The prophecy of Acrisius, the king of Argos, was a burden that weighed heavily on his mind. It all began when he sought the guidance of the oracle at Delphi. A messenger was sent to consult the oracle and returned with a prophecy that would change the course of Acrisius's life forever. The prophecy delivered to Acrisius was a dire one. It foretold that his daughter, Danae, would bear a son who would one day kill him. The news was devastating, and Acrisius's reaction was one of fear and desperation. In a fit of rage, he ordered the messenger beheaded for bringing such bad news. The king's reaction to the prophecy was not unusual in the world of Greek mythology. Prophecies were often met with fear and disbelief, and those who delivered them were sometimes met with harsh consequences. Acrisius's decision to punish the messenger for delivering the prophecy was a clear display of his refusal to accept the fate that had been foretold for him. Despite his attempts to avoid his fate, Acrisius could not escape the prophecy. It followed him everywhere he went, haunting his thoughts and consuming his every waking moment. He knew that he had to take action to prevent the prophecy from coming true, but he was unsure of what steps to take. In an attempt to thwart the prophecy, Acrisius imprisoned Danae in a bronze chamber, hoping to prevent her from ever bearing a child. However, his efforts were in vain, as Zeus, the king of the gods, visited Danae in the form of a golden shower and impregnated her. Danae gave birth to a son, who was named Perseus, and despite Acrisius's best efforts to avoid his fate, the prophecy continued to loom over him. Acrisius's fear of the prophecy led him to take drastic measures to protect himself. He tried to rid himself of the threat posed by his grandson by casting Danae and Perseus out to sea in a wooden chest. However, the gods were watching over them, and they survived their ordeal, eventually finding refuge in the kingdom of Seriphos. The events that followed only served to reinforce the prophecy that had been delivered to Acrisius. Perseus grew up to become a great hero, and in a twist of fate, he eventually fulfilled the prophecy by accidentally killing his grandfather during a sporting event. Acrisius's attempts to escape his fate had only served to bring it to fruition, and he met his end at the hands of his own grandson. The story of Acrisius's prophecy serves as a cautionary tale about the futility of trying to defy fate. No matter how hard he tried to avoid it, Acrisius could not escape the prophecy that had been handed down to him. His fear and desperation only served to bring about the very outcome he had sought to avoid, and in the end, he became a victim of the very prophecy that had haunted him for so long.